Halo CD Bestie, aku Harukaze dari Naqt Vane. Check out my interview with creativedesk.com, the number one music website in Indonesia.
Hello, CD Bestie. Welcome back to Creative Disc exclusive interview with me, Lutfi. And right now, we have a brand new guest in here. So brand new because they are a group, basically a duo, and they are releasing a debut single recently. And this is kind of things that shocked me and surprised me because one of them is one of the biggest composer in I don't know, maybe Japanese anime soundtrack is the one of the biggest name in there. And the one that we talk right now is the vocalist one is the powerful girl that have a powerful voice. And we're gonna talk so much more about it. So please welcome. This is Harukaze from Naqt Vane.
Hi guys.
Hi. How are you? How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm fine in here in Jakarta too. Okay. So, can you tell us basically about what is Naqt Vane first?
Okay, so Naqt Vane is a team project that basically has two people in it, and it's Hiroyuki Sawano as a producer and I as a vocalist. And yeah.
Oh wow, that's reveal. That's reveal, gangs. That's reveal. Hiroyuki Sawano is one of the main brain of the Naqt Vane itself. So let's talk later about why you dragged Hiroyuki Sawano into this. Let's talk about it later. But first, we're gonna talk about your new single, your debut single. It's called Break Free. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes. Tell me more about it.
So, Break Free, this is our debut digital single, and we're super stoked to see the reactions from all over the world, and especially having to know that Hiroyuki Sawano has fans in the entire world. I'm also curious to see how his fans would react to my voice, to his sound. Should I talk about the message of the song, like
Yes.
what they're
Yes.
trying to
Yes.
tell? Okay,
Yes.
so Break Free is basically a song about for all the challengers, telling people that it's worth a try and they should never give up. Um, it's based on the themes of the liberations and new self, and it's a song for all of those who have broken out their shell. So it's breaking free from their shell, to challenge themselves. So even no matter how big and small the challenges are, this song is for everyone who has new challenges and trying to break out from their shell.
So what's the process behind it? What's the process when you are making a break free?
So Sawano, I'm gonna be telling you as his name as Sawano-san,
Yes, yes,
because
yes, yes.
san as a um honor, but Sawano-san produced the beat, I mean not the beat, the music,
Hmm.
and he gave it to me and I wrote it on it.
Hmm.
And I never wanted to write a song about love because that's like basically every song out there right now, and it's just so boring. I love love songs. I love
Hmm.
romantic love songs.
Hmm.
For me, like when I love listening to it, but to write it, I never wanted to write something about love. So I wanted to write about my new challenges because I've been wanting to be a singer since I was young, but I kind of gave up in the middle of the pathway when I was studying, and I kind of decided to go into music industry as an A&R rep. So I kind of gave up on becoming a singer, but after meeting Sawano-san, I decided to challenge myself and try again. So I write about that. So that's why it's all about the challenges, and it's like it motivated me to, go forward.
So, tell me the first time you are meeting with Sawano-sang, because I kind of shocked, because I kind of very very shocked, because Sawano-sang music is very very big one, the orchestra one, and right now
Yeah.
he's making alternative R&B like this. Like, how can you tell me the first time when you're meeting with him?
Um, so when the label approached me
Hmm?
about this project
Hmm?
and that the producer was Sawano-san, I looked him up because honestly, I didn't really know much about him.
Oh.
And I I knew his name. I
Hmm.
knew his name and I knew he was in those like animations and all
Hmm.
those like he was producing a lot of famous songs, but I didn't
Yes.
really know about him, right?
Hmm.
So I searched him up and I saw his picture for the first time and it was like him not smiling, kind of like cool face with the cool colored background. So I thought he was kind of scary. I was like, what if he's a bit harsh on me on like on my singing, or what if he's like really intense? And then the day came
Hmm.
and I went into the studio
Hmm.
and he was just like joking around and smiling. And he had the opposite personality to what I thought he would be like. So it was like really, really fun meeting him,
Hmm.
and then we got along really fast.
Hmm.
And um, I had a question about this. You were saying R&B and hyper pop.
Yes.
I don't know if because this break free is did you think this song featured R&B?
Yes, yes, because when I heard the first time, I think like you like a smooth like R&B, like modern R&B right now, like alternative R&B, like, and maybe like a little bit a hyper pop, I think, because it's kind of very very new sounds for me, because I didn't expect like Sawano-sang produce track like this, because just like I said before, he's used to making a big mega sound with the big orchestra, and right now he's making a pop sound. I think it's kind of it's very very unique, I think.
Yeah, it's really interesting to hear that because I never thought about it
Oh, really?
when I heard the song. Yeah, I think my songs that I produce with my friends
Mm,
that's out there are more R&B and hyper pop,
mm.
but the Break Free is leaning on towards to J rock as well. So
Oh.
it's like a mixture of a lot of genre. And I'm just like curious if you actually heard the right song. Because like I think you did. I
Mm,
think I hope Andy gave you the right song, but
mm.
I never, thought that it has an R&B or hyper pop tune into it. So it was interesting to know. But I think Sawano-san did want it to make something new that's not that he's never, you know, produced.
Mm.
So and he actually has been listening to Dua Lipa and all those the artists from or America or England. And he actually wanted to make sound that's Western like. So maybe that's why you had an impression for that. And the fact that I speak English in the song,
Mm.
he really wanted to make something that's Western like, not like J sound that he's been making.
Yes, 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 yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes, yes. And that's why I label it like it's kind of like Japanese sounds for to me, but it's very very kind of brand new and fresh, I think. And I didn't expect like
Yeah.
Sawano-sang listening to Dua Lipa recently. Like, whoa, okay, that's very
Yeah.
very cool.
He really liked Dua Lipa.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The
Wow.
sound. The sound, yeah. He was amused by, all those new sound.
Mm.
And he really liked Western songs, actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
And he
wow.
wanted to make that. But in order to make it, he wanted to have someone who actually has a pronunciation, not a Japanese English
Yes, yes,
pronunciation.
yes, yes,
So
yes.
that's probably why one of the reason he wanted me to be in it
Mm.
too. Um, but yeah, it's really cool to know.
Okay, 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 okay. So, I think like Naqt Vane itself is very, very conscious with the image and style. I think like looking through your cover art for this single, I think there's something that you want to say about it. There's maybe like something that you want to convey on this
Mm,
image because you know it's very, very aesthetic one and it's very, very a modern one.
right.
How's your opinion about it?
So basically, all those creative works, an art group called Classic Six has worked with us with the graphic design, video, and all those productions.
Mm.
And they crossed so many genres, and such as like fashion, art, and music.
Oh.
And the main thing we talked about in order to create our cover art and all that was the keyword was wind.
Mm.
Um, it's an era of air right now, and we call it. I don't know if it's in Indonesia as well,
Mm.
but we call it an era of wind in
Mm.
Japan right now, and it means to. It's really hard to explain, but it's literally means go with the vibe kind of thing.
Go with the flow,
It's like
just
a
like
Gen Z kind of, feeling,
yeah, 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 yeah.
but go with the vibe.
Mm.
So go with the flow and
Mm.
all those things. And Naqt Vane also had a concept about wind,
Mm.
because I forgot to mention this, but Naqt Vane, Naqt is a naked in German, and Vane is like the vein in like a plane, the wind, not the windshield, but like
Oh,
the
okay, okay,
plane
okay, okay,
vein.
okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
So it's something that flows
Mm.
in the air. And the reason why we put naked in front was because we wanted the audience to be themselves and
Mm.
true to themselves,
Ah.
be naked. So we definitely wanted to add wind into the creation
Mm.
of cover art and creative works. So they decided to make that, my hair flowing around
Ah.
art. Um, I actually had to put my extensions on and had my, really long hair so
Yeah.
that it flows around. And people tell me that it looks fake, but it took us so many hours to actually blow a wind into my face, drying my eyes so much. Um, and people would hold my hair, the end of my hair, and they would flip it. And that at that point, they would shoot the photo. And that became a cover art. So it was like really, really hard, but it was really fun to
Mm.
experience it. But everything about break free in the creative works, the wind is
Mm.
the key word.
Okay, okay. Did you catch the
Yeah.
cold after that?
Mm-mm. My eyes were just super dry. I kept crying. I kept asking for eye drops. I was like, oh, I can't do this. And then
Mm.
they blew wind or like a air to
Mm.
my face at the music video shoot too. So
Ah.
entire time my face was dry and everything,
Mm.
but it looks really cool. So I don't really
Yeah,
care
yeah,
about
yeah, yeah,
my
yeah, yeah,
eyes
yeah.
being dry. Yeah.
It's all about the end results.
Yes.
Okay, so you study music business in America, back to Japan, and you say that you find
Yeah.
culture shock. And I didn't expect that you are an A&R representative, and right now you are singing. So basically, you are managing artists, and right now you're becoming an artist itself. So what's the difference when you are on A&R side and when you are becoming an artist?
Um, it's a huge difference. Um, I don't know where to begin, but so I was studying music industry business in LA, and I was taking courses about those, copyright and how to become a manager and all
Yes,
that.
yes.
So coming back to Japan and work as an A&R, um, I did realize that Japanese music industry and American music industry and how they marketize
Mm.
music are very different because we
Mm.
still rely on physicals. We
Yes,
still rely on CDs and all
yes.
that. While I think streamings are probably still like 20% of the, out of the
Oh.
sales. Whereas in America, it's mostly the streamings and, all those network internet thingy. So how we marketize music is very different. And I was actually doing A&R for an artist in Japan, but mostly working on their streaming services.
Oh.
And so it was really weird to know how people in Japan actually don't really listen, don't really have subscribed themselves to DSP or
Oh.
platforms. It's just 20% of people. So it was really hard to marketize. Um, yeah, but becoming a singer, I don't know. I don't if people I think it's still important to have physicals out,
Mm.
and this time it's just digital streamings out only, but um, having all those domestic act and having lives performances, I think I can possibly release physical in the future, and I think that will make a big difference.
Okay, so that's the interesting things for you. You've managed a DSP on streaming in Japan. Like I really curious about music industry in Japan. I really curious. Like, what's your opinion? What's your opinion about streaming music in Japan overall? Because I like I still remember that Spotify introduced in Japan. It's like 2017, and right now we have 5 years ahead. We've got many artists that comes from streaming services. Big in streaming services, but they can still do good in physical. And the funny things, I kind of like make a presentation about it for campus because Japanese music artists on streaming can transfer into the physical release physical release. So what's your opinion about Japanese music streaming as a person that you already manage that side? I really curious.
Um, so as you can see from like in any other country's streaming rankings and all that, Japanese streamings, most of them are actually coming from TikTok, and they're usually a TikTok sound. So a lot of musicians and artists are gaining their fame and from TikTok nowadays. So, and all those musics are very like chill
Mm,
and mellow vibes.
mm.
It's like the opposite to the break free.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, but the streaming, I guess the services are getting better, the streaming
Oh.
services in Japan.
Mm.
And younger generations are actually listening to a lot of TikTok streaming songs.
Ah.
So, sorry, what was the question? Am I
Yeah,
answering it
yeah.
right?
Yes, 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 yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes, yes. Okay, 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 okay. So, okay, so talking about your preference of music. So, what's your favorite album? What's your favorite album of all time? International artist and a J-pop album. Here we go.
Um, of all time,
Yes,
the J-pop album.
the J-pop one and
And
international one.
yeah, and hold on. Wait, hold on. It's from Tetsuro Yamashita for the
Ah,
one, and I forgot the album name.
right on time
Um,
for you.
for You.
Ah, yes,
For You is my favorite. Right on Time is like
yes,
my second.
yes,
And
yes, yes,
my
yes, yes,
dad
yes.
has been listening to him since I was like born.
Oh, really?
So yeah, what I heard in his car is either Right on Time or For You or
Ooh.
Red Hot Chili Peppers. It was either that's Royal Mashta or Red Hot Chili Peppers, which is like very different. So my music interest
Hmm.
grew on them. So
Hmm.
I liked a lot of pop, but I liked a lot of like chill music too. If I was to talk about my favorite international ones, I have like so many, and
Oh.
I can't choose number one, but okay, hold on. And number one,
Hmm?
I think it's Adele's 21. Yeah.
Wow.
I think I listened to that when I was in elementary school,
Hmm.
and singing to it. At that time I was already, dreaming about becoming a singer, but I never heard of such voice,
Hmm.
the
Hmm.
raspy and really cool,
Hmm.
but can reach the high note. And I was
Yes.
like, wow, like there's someone who can sing like this. And I was really amused by that. So I think I would say 21 by Adele is my favorite.
Wow, 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 wow. Okay, so let's talk about the hardest question on this interview. Many artists didn't catch it at first. So mention 5 things we didn't know about you.
Okay.
Yeah.
One,
Hmm?
I love to eat. I really want to do a mukbang
Ooh.
video on YouTube, but I'm on diet right now, so I can't.
Yes, me too.
So when I finish my diet
Hmm?
process,
Hmm.
I am trying to do a Japanese snack or Japanese food mukbang on the video
Ooh.
because on the YouTube because I really love to eat. I can eat forever. Food makes me happy the most. Food and
Okay.
music. Yeah. If the God takes music away from my life, I would go for food.
Yeah.
Um, and okay, two, I speak a bit of a Korean.
Oh wow.
Um, I started studying Korean since I was in high school,
Oh
so it's
wow.
been pretty decent years. But I stopped speaking to my friend in Korean, so I
Hmm.
don't know what my level are. So I wanna relearn again,
Hmm?
but I do understand Korean.
Can you
Um,
demonstrate it for a while?
아, 안녕하세요. 전 하루입니다.
Ah.
축하해요. Yeah. Um, 먹방 하고 싶어요.
Hmm.
뭐, 뭐고 하는 거 너무 좋아요.
Oh wow,
Okay.
wow,
Yeah,
wow, wow, wow. That's enough. That's enough.
but
That's enough.
yeah. Um,
The third one.
a third one. Uh, I used to play badminton. Um, so I used to
Hmm.
play badminton since I was 12,
Oh
and then
wow.
I kept playing
Hmm.
till like 18,
Hmm.
19. So yeah, I loved playing badminton, and I never wanted to be a career because I was never good at it. But but yeah, that's like my third thing
Okay.
that you didn't know about me.
The fourth one.
Um, the fourth one, I was actually never allowed to watch TV when I was young.
Huh?
Yeah, I was allowed to listen to the radio,
Eh.
but my parents thought it was a bad influence. Um,
Eh.
yeah, so yeah, I was never allowed to watch TV shows. So I never got to catch up with my friends talking about,
Eh.
last night programs and stuff. Yeah,
Oh my good.
which
Oh my. When you are up first watching TV, what's the program that you ever watch?
friends that my parents for the first time they allowed me to watch it, and but I didn't understand it that time.
Yeah.
So I just kept reading
The
the
subtitles.
subtitles.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. It's so funny. It's
Okay,
so weird too. I never understood.
the last one, the
Um,
last one.
last one. Um, would my height would count? Would it count? I'm actually not. Well, people tell me
Hmm?
that I look short, but I'm 5'6", so I'm pretty tall in Japan.
Oh
And
yeah, yeah.
my size is 10. So that's probably bigger. Yeah.
Yes, because Japanese people is so thin and you're not so
Yeah.
short.
Yeah. I'm compared to them, I'm like the giant Attack on Titan kind of girl. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah, yeah. So okay, this is the very, very, very last question. So what's next for Naqt Vane?
so we're just super excited to see the reactions from all over the world. And we are preparing the comeback song, and so we're super excited for that too. And I can't really say anything about it yet, but we are definitely preparing. And I really want to do the live shows too, so we're planning for that. Um, not Dates are not decided yet, but I really just want to like see fans in person and actually be able to. I don't know if I actually would have a fan in the future, but if I gain a fan, I would
Amen.
love to see them. Yeah, I would love to see them in the future in person and would love to sing to them in person.
Okay, thank you Harukaze for this interview. This wrap up our interview this time. Thank you so much for this interview. Send my warm greeting for Sawano Sang too, because I'm a
I
big
will.
fan of his work.
I will tell him.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So once again, City Bestie with their debut single called Break Free, one of the Naqt Vane member, Harukaze! Yay! Thank you very
So
much.
much. Nice to meet you guys.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So can we take a photo together?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. On my mark.
do it.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Once more. 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so this is wrap up this interview. Harukaze, thank you so much for this interview. I didn't expect you're so fluent in English. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because
I
I'm not.
didn't really speak English for a while, so
Oh,
I was
really?
kind of numb in the first time, at the beginning, but I'm glad you understood it.
It's very very fluent, because I'm not.
Thank you.
I can speak Japanese, but on the beginner level, because I start
Oh, you
studying.
can?
Yes, mada mada des, Hongkong.
おー、すごい。
Hai 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 hai
頑張っ
hai
て
mada
くだ
mada
さい。
des. だから
上手です、上手です。
私は僕は日本語学科参加しました。で
あ、
も
そうなんですね。
はいはいはいはい。
へえ。
5年前5年前は
また、
卒業
また
でした。
日本に来てください。
はい、日本は私のkita wa gon roku nen mae 6 years
うんう
ago
んうん。
日本へ行った。
いいですね。
新宿、渋谷で、
渋谷
ありました。
いいですね。
はい。だから、
あ、ぜひ。
私が日本へ行きたいな。とって
来て
もです。
ください。ぜひ。
はいはいは
Please,
いはい。
please come back. I think the border is kind of open now, so a
Yes.
lot of international tourists is coming in. So please come
Yes,
as well.
yes. Hi, 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 hi. So, well, I'm like, I'm like I want to learn Japanese, because I kind of like nihongo ga wasuremashita. Totemo
Mm.
wasuremashita. Totemo wasureta. だからこの日本語がthe 日本語は話せません。だから、日本語が。
でもまだ全然上手です。すごい上手。
本当
Yes, yes.
ありがとうございまし
Good.
た。
すごい、ありがとうございました。
だから、私が、今は、日本語能力試験、語は、
うん。
勉強します。
おー、
はいはい。
あれね、難しいですよね。大変。
はい、ゼロからね、私は。
うん。頑張ってください。
はい、頑張ってください。もう、
あ、
Naqt Vane は、
はい。
I hope you are getting a very success in here. I hope you're
Thank
getting very
you.
success in internationally. So thank you very much
Yeah.
for having me for this interview.
Thank you so much for having me.